Hi there. Welcome to day 2 of my 2025 overland hiking experience. If you haven't already checked out day 1 or my what to pack videos, they're definitely worth checking out. And remember, there's no electricity on the Overland Track, so the videos I'm making are being taken with my phone and my solar battery charger. So it's mainly photos with a few fast forwarded videos to give you an idea of what the track actually looks like. If you have any questions about my time on the track or what to expect, please pop them in the comments below and I'll try and get back to as many of them as possible. I'm new to YouTube as well, so if you do like my videos, it'd really help my channel if you hit that like button or subscribe to the channel as well. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, let's start with the tent platforms. Note the chains to anchor your tent so you don't need to use the guy ropes. These are super helpful. I left Waterfall Valley Hut and it took 3.5 hours to reach camp at Lake Windemere. This included a side trip to Lake Will. It was quite a foggy start to the day, but as the fog burnt off I was rewarded with blue skies. The track today was a lot of rocky ground and double plank. About an hour into the day, I left my pack at the junction to Lake Will and realised my 10-year-old pack had frayed quite badly on the shoulder strap, and this is only just after a single day on the track. Double plank took me all the way down to Lake Will, and when I arrived it was too cold for me to swim, but there were some other hikers who were happy to enjoy the dip. There's a little bit of sand here and it makes a great place for morning tea or lunch, just depending on what time you set off from camp. It was along this part of the track that I spotted my only snake for the trip, a 40cm white lip snake. I returned to my pack, had a quick snack, did a quick repair to my strap with some really basic first aid strapping tape and continued on. Here's a hot tip: about 300 meters after the Lake Will junction there is phone reception for those people on the Telstra network. Not far after the phone reception patch I got my first glimpse of the damage the recent fires had caused. Here's one more hot tip. Bring a few cable ties and, if you can carry it, a roll of gaffer tape or cloth tape. These can come in super handy to repair things like broken boot soles, bags or tents, and they don't weigh that much. But remember, make sure your pack weight is below 20% of your total body weight, and that includes all the water that you're carrying for each day as well. Rocky ground and double plank took me the rest of the way, or the majority of the way, to Windemere. As you arrive at Windemere Hut about 500 metres past the lake, you'll notice it looks similar to Waterfall Valley Hut. There's a shoe rack inside this hut, a wooden deck in front of the communal kitchen and multiple bunk rooms. As there were people here already, I didn't take any videos inside the hut, just a few photos. There are 2 smaller tent platforms on the left just after the hut, but here's another hot tip: there are 4 much larger tent platforms, another 150-200 metres further up the track on the right hand side. Some of these have really great views back towards the lake. The old visitors hut has been converted into the rangers hut, and the toilet here is just as good as at Waterfall Valley, but there's only 2 cubicles instead of 3. I set up camp and had lunch before walking back to the lake. It's lovely and refreshing to swim in, which I took to mean as freezing cold. I didn't swim, but a lot of other people did. I opted to sit on a boulder and enjoy the views instead. Here's another hot tip: if you're bringing a second pair of shoes for around camp, bring sandals instead of thongs or booties. That way, if you have blisters on your feet, you can opt to walk a day in sandals to give your feet time out of your boots. I saw several people with awful blisters already, and it's only the end of day 2. I packed dehydrated food and survived on backcountry cuisine. These are nowhere near as tasty as off-grid meals, but at half the weight, they were edible. Whatever you eat, make sure your fork or spoon is long enough to reach the bottom of your packet. I like to reuse the food bags as makeshift rubbish bins as well. I also use an Optimus Crux to boil all my water. It's lightweight, easy to use, and it's lasted me more than 10 years. On cold nights, I part boil water, add it to a drink bottle, put that in a Ziploc bag, and wrap my thermals around the bag to warm them up before I get dressed for bed. Today I saw 2 cool caterpillars, some dragonflies, lizards, bumblebees, more patermelons, but still no wombats. Alright, thanks for watching day 2 of my Overland Track journey. If you liked the video, please do hit the like button, share it with anybody who you think might find it valuable, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you're informed when I release my next video. Next week's video will be on day 3 of the Overland Track. I hope to see you then. Thank you. Goodbye.